Hey there, hi! Welcome back to Mega Man for the NES, for the Switch. It's time to fight Dr. Wily. My name is Tails Raga, and I will be your host through what's honestly the worst part of Mega Man 1. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like the Wily stages in Mega Man 1. There are Mega Man games with good Wily stages, and Mega Man 1 is not among them. And I've got to be careful because this big eye right there needs a small eye for ice. Oh, right, I have to fight you, though. You did a short hop. There's a lot of parts about the Wily stages in Mega Man 1 that feel very poorly designed, and I understand that it's the first Mega Man game for a reason. And I understand that there's a lot of sloppiness because this was the first Mega Man game. They didn't really, have a standard for the series yet. But, I don't know, it just... The Wily stages in Mega Man 1 just feel like a slog, really. And I have to wait for these fires to go down. There we go, that's how you do it. There's a lot of sections in the Wily Fortress as well that also require forced weapon usage. And I sort of understand that they want you to use the kind of repertoire of weapons that you've gotten over the period of time. I sort of understand where they're coming from on that, but I don't think it's very well designed. I think the forced weapon usage in Mega Man 1, I don't know, it restricts a player, I think. And there's not a lot of it, but it feels like it also is trying to give purpose to weapons that you wouldn't normally otherwise use. Like, when are you ever going to use the super arm, right? But the game puts situations where the super arm is important, even though it's not a particularly good weapon. In fact, I'd consider the super arm to be one of Mega Man 1's worst weapons. And that's counting the Hyper Beam, or the Hyper Bomb. Like, the Hyper Bomb is bad, but the super arm is so much worse just because of how situational it is. Now, here's a room that probably pissed a lot of people off when this game first came out 25 years ago. Oh no, 30 years ago at this point, shoot. This room requires the Magna Beam, and I think it's another poor design choice in this game. Having the player have to use the Magna Beam in order to progress there, that's just silly, and if the player didn't get it, they're screwed. Maybe it's just a baseless complaint. But regardless, here's something that a lot of players complain about: the Yellow Devil. And you might be wondering, Yellow Devil? Where is he? Well, he's coming. The Yellow Devil is not the most difficult fight in Mega Man 1. Oh, come on, I missed the pause trick, really? But the Yellow Devil is a very tedious fight. And honestly, that's where most of the reason I hate the Yellow Devil comes from. It's not from, oh, the Yellow Devil is difficult, you have to, memorize its pattern. It's just a tedious fight that takes forever unless you exploit the pause trick. But there's the Yellow Devil. Yellow Devil defeated. If you use the pause trick and know, how to time it, he's a pretty easy fight. Otherwise, you just have to do a ton of memorization, and it's not worth fighting him if I want to be, perfectly honest with it. Alright, so here we are in Wily 2, and you may be wondering, wait, what happened to your score? It reset. What happened to your weapon energy? It reset. Well, there's a reason for that. This is a separate recording session, because I got a little bit frustrated on my last run and needed to get something to eat. But here we are. We are freshly game overed, freshly laundered, and ready to kick some ass. And unfortunately, the ass that we have to kick right now is the most devastating boss of all, Cutman. A true mastermind. Oh god. He actually did something there. Another thing is that when a boss explodes, Mega Man actually locks in place. So it's possible to accidentally get killed by Cutman as his boomerang is returning to him. Thankfully that did not happen. Because I am a master gamer. Unfortunately, I am not a master at platforming. Okay. That was a little bit weird. I popped up in the air for a second. Mainly because the trap door is right here. Now this is gonna be fun. Luckman... I just want to... kill you. Okay. And he didn't kill me. Which is weird, because his Thunder Beam was literally right on me, so... maybe a Luckman has the same hitbox problems with it that I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Alright. Anyone else want to deal with me? Anyone else? I got another one. Let's hear it. Alright, I am actually gonna take that one up. Because I do not trust myself. Okay. Alright, that would have been bad if I had let that run out. And you might be wondering, why did you freak out there? Because, again, if you fall off of a Magna Beam platform, Mega Man just hits straight down. It's like he's made out of metal or something. Wait a minute. Thankfully, however, the Thunder Beam makes it a joke to kill these enemies, but unfortunately... Oh, that was a health drop that I absolutely needed. That was actually really nice of the game. I like that. Now if I can get... Nope. Hello. There we go. Climb down. And there's just one more room filled with enemies. Alright, is this gonna be enough health to take down the next boss? Because he's right down here. Well, we're about to find out. We have to fight the most powerful boss of all. Disco. Well, not exactly. We actually have to fight Copy Mega Man, and I'm gonna jump right at the beginning when the game lets me. Oh. It actually ate my jump. Copy Mega Man is a bit of a hard fight, because, I mean, A, he's us. We can't trust anyone, not even ourselves. Now, Copy Mega Man's AI will actually jump when we press the fire button, which is supposed to make him easy, or like, harder to hit, but sometimes you can just get him stuck hopping in place, and hopping back and forth. It's kind of funny, actually. It's also, like, the cleanest Copy Mega Man fight I've had in a while. Now, here we go, on to the next stage, and this is not a level I'm looking forward to. Oh, maybe I can demonstrate another, weird thing this game has. Not in this room, though. There's something that I wanted to demonstrate, because it's a glitch that happens when you use a turbo fire button. But this room is absolutely not letting me use it. I need a room that has these octopus batteries that are going, vertically rather than horizontally. But I can't show that off, so... let's go! Welcome to the most dangerous room in the game! The Penguin Room. Okay, apparently it is the most dangerous room in the game, huh? You can actually stop the penguins from spawning, too, which is the funny bo- Hello. Oh, forgot these guys were in here. Alright. Plan B. Plan B is use gun. Plan B works very well. I was gonna grab that for the Thunder Beam. But I forgot you can't pause when a projectile is on screen. It's impossible. But that's Wily Stage 3 down. And we are introduced to the boss, CWU-01P, also known as the stupid bubble thing. I'm gonna try to kill as many of these as I can before resorting to his actual weakness, the super arm. Oh, this is actually a good pattern. So the CWU-01P is like a modified water purification robot, according to Mega Man lore, and is kind of a pain in the ass to fight. Alright, let's grab the super arm. Thankfully, however, its weakness kills it very quickly, but you only get 4 shots in the boss room. If you don't have super arm, or you destroyed the rocks early, or use the Thunder Beam to destroy them, that's a problem. And another thing I guess to note as well is that those rocks don't respawn when you've destroyed them. They actually, like, stay dead? Would you consider that dead? I mean, they're rocks. Can you kill a rock? You can probably kill a rock Pokemon. Not that you'd want to. Just be like, oh, Onyx! You're so cool! I'm going to murder you. Just use this as a way to refill. Now, I think that this weapon energy will actually stay up there even when you've destroyed the rocks. Or like the guts blocks here. I am willing to test out that theory, actually. Will it stay up there, or does it fall down? That is an important question. Well, let's use that to fill up the Magna Beam, I guess. Great, fantastic. Thankfully, we'll have at least a little bit of an opportunity to fill up the Firestorm here. And the Firestorm is actually a very important weapon for this stage, as it is the last stage, and it is the Wily Machine Phase 1's weakness. Oh wait, what am I talking about? That power-up is in the stage. Never mind, I completely forgot about a certain really good power-up in Wily 4. The one, the only... Well... No, Mega Man. That's not how this works. Let's just walk. I should have done that to begin with. The Yashichi. And that will be the last rewind. So, the Yashichi is an interesting item, because it refills all of your weapon energy and all of your health. Which means we're actually in a really good spot right now. And we've got 5 lives. I probably could have eaten that death, actually, but we've got 5 lives. We've got the power. Let's go. Time for the rest of the boss gauntlet. You didn't think that we were just gonna be fighting, like, a Cutman and a Leckman, right? Nope, we've actually got to fight the rest of the Robot Masters in this stage. And I am already getting the shit kicked out of me. It's not good, considering that Fireman is up here next. Although, what am I doing? I've got the pause trick on my side. Now, unfortunately, none of the bosses in the gauntlet actually give you any kind of health refill. Which would be really nice for Iceman, considering he kills you in... Right. So, I think I mentioned it before, but when a boss is destroyed, Mega Man's controls lock up. For some reason. Not entirely sure why. But, that I was holding left the entire time to try to get out of that situation. God damn it. That was bad. You also can't switch weapons when their explosion is on screen as well. So you can't pause it. There we go, you are dead. Not big surprise. That's what I should have done in the first place. Oh no, Gutsman. That's not Gutsman's weakness, that's Gutsman's weapon. No. Gutsman. Okay. Alright. Take our lumps like a Gutsman. Alright, Gutsman, my nemesis. Returned from the brink. God damn it, Gutsman. You always start off with that. Okay. Wow, okay, Gutsman is... Okay. So these are all neutral jumps. So which means that Gutsman is just gonna fire a barrage of attacks. But Gutsman's dead. Alright. We take those. I was in clench mode the entire time through that gauntlet. Now, this may seem like something really stupid that I'm going to be doing right here. But we're on the last boss, and I want to come prepared with as much health as possible. So I'm actually going to take a death here. The old tried and true Mega Man suicide refill. Lose a life to get all of your life back. It's a trick that I use in a lot of Mega Man games, this one included. So let's actually fight the final boss now. No bullshit in the gauntlet, no Gutsman hitbox dissonance, or none of that time where Gutsman decided that he wanted to come up and just kiss me. Like, I'm not entirely sure why, but Gutsman just decided that he wanted to get very close to Mega Man, and he did it. Now, here's another thing to note. The pause trick doesn't work nearly as well against Dr. Wily. And as you could also tell, those projectiles are tricky to dodge. I'm only gonna have one life going into this. Well, I want to have ammo for the Thunder Beam. The pause trick will work on the first phase, though, I think, so what I might do is get through the first phase using the pause trick, or at least try to, and then go on to the second phase and fight it normally. Alright, well, that's about as pause tricky as I'm gonna get on that. To be fair, that was not bad. Managed to get 4 reps on it. There we go! That's how you beat Dr. Wily. And there we have it. About an hour and a half of recording done. And that's Mega Man 1. Felt like I did nothing but complain about the second half of it, but there's Mega Man 1 for you. I'm gonna be honest. Mega Man 1 is still a pretty fun game, but this game is absolutely rough around the edges. And a lot of things this game does well, other Mega Man games do better. The later Mega Man games on the NES control better, they have better designed stages, better music, and they look better. But there's kind of a charm to the original Mega Man as well. It's pretty cool to see where some of the ideas that were featured in later Mega Man games started out. And while I don't like this game as much as I like some of the other Mega Man games, I still think it's a pretty fun game to play. It has its problems, and it's very rough around the edges. Its control is also really slippery for some reason. Mega Man 1 is honestly not a game that I recommend too much, and if you want to play a version of this, then I'd recommend the PSP port Mega Man Powered Up. That game's a lot better. But with that said, Mega Man 1 is still a pretty good game, and I'm glad I got to go back through this. Now, after this, I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on Final Fantasy IX, but I will probably be doing all of the NES Mega Man games, and maybe 7, 8, 9, and 10 as well. We'll see. But for now, it's time to keep fighting for everlasting peace. See you guys later. This screen, by the way, it doesn't actually stop, but if you press start, it kicks you back to the stage select. So, with that knowledge, I'm gonna go do something else. See you guys in the next one!